Hey, awesome people of YouTube. Welcome to Path of Exile 2 kind of tip guide for new players and for players that are kind of struggling in the campaign. I'm currently in Act 6, so I've done a little bit, as you can see, right here. Well, not Act 6, sorry, Act 5. I apologize, right? But I've struggled myself in the campaign. My guildmates struggled a little bit, so I have some tips to help you kind of not have the same struggles, right? But before we get started, I just want to say that if you do enjoy this type of stuff and want to see more guides, do let me know by leaving a like, comment, and especially subscribing. We also stream this stuff, so do check out our Twitch, and we have the Discord links down in the description where you can ask for help, with bosses, or maybe some tips and stuff, stuff like that, right? But we get started. One of the tips is if you're struggling, for example, with bosses, you're just not tanky enough, you're not doing enough damage. One of the things you can do is try to kind of over level. I've helped several people, probably like 10 or more, defeat the first Act 1 boss in August Manor, right? What you can do in case you're struggling there or in any boss is you can go back through the same zone and just pick up some more levels, try to get some gear, because the levels can be amazing, especially, for example, if you can get like this, right? For mercenary, get increased armor and evasion, which can be helpful. You also take less crit damage, or just more straight up armor and evasion, or whatever, projectile damage, or even just being able to regenerate some more life. This can all help you have easier time staying alive and defeating the boss. Now, another thing is gearing. And there's multiple ways to get gear. Like in the previous one, you're just going back through that area and you might be able to get some, either rares, or blues or rares, right? Because you might struggle with the gear that you're running, This might suck. Like, I for a while had crappy rings. Now I just recently got this ring that has 94 max life. It is huge. Before I had crappy rings, and even here more max fire resistance with a little bit of mana, which is helpful, and here even more max life. So going back, you could get some of that gear. And another way to get it is just crafting. You pick up a base, you go to your stash, or if you have it on you, and you can craft it with the transmutation, augment, and if you have regal it, and if you really want to, you can use it on exalted, but I wouldn't recommend until you have really something disgusting, especially later. But at the first, you can at least transmute it and augment, and possibly if it's really good, you can try to regal it, right? This can help you get you a nice gear. Now another way is by purchasing from a vendor. So, if you have martial weapons and for armor and stuff, you can go over here and purchase it. You might get a decent piece of gear, or it might just be a base like this one. 23 life. If I'm low level, right, this would be amazing. You can have different ones. Like this one ain't the greatest. Not for me, right? If you are a magic wielder, you purchase from different one. You have staffs, you have wands, you have focuses, all that stuff. You can also here get some amulets, as you can see. It'd be pretty nice. No, unfortunately, it will be useless for me because I don't do spells and I will lose life. And you can also get some charms, right? That's another way. Or if you don't want to do all of that, I don't think I have the merchant over here. Oh, no, it's right here. Is gamble it, right? For me, it costs a lot of money, but higher level, but in lower levels it won't cost you as much. You just purchase a random base, right? I would, unless you desperately need a belt, a ring, or amulet, I wouldn't recommend doing them, right? So I'll just gamble with a bow, right? Boom, we have this. So you might get a blue, you might get a purple, or not purple, sorry, you might get blue, you might get rare. I'm not sure if you can get uniques, but this can help you get some of those gear that you're missing, especially if you're like in Act 2 or 3 and you're using gear from Act 1. You will need to replace it, right? But speaking of gear, and another way to help you stay alive is your resistances. There you can see over here, I have 70 fire, 12 cold, and 30 lightning. My resistances are crap, right? So by fixing those resistances, you will be able to stay alive more because yes, like for example, use fire since my strongest it's 70 out of 75 max. That 5 resistance might not seem like that, but it is a huge deal, right? So by trying to get your resistances as high as possible will help you, right? But as you go through the axe, your resistance will get penalized. I think it's minus 10, minus 20, 40, and then like 60, right? Not sure, I haven't gotten to axe 6, but you will lose that resistance, so you will need to compensate it and have it up so you will be able to stay alive more, right? This will help you quite a lot. And another thing, probably not last because it's last, but definitely not least, just because we want to keep it short so you guys can get back to playing, is build, right? Either follow build if you don't want to spend time looking at it and you just want to, you know, cruise through the campaign, just smack bosses, smack enemies. Follow build, guys, there's plenty. I'm following Wuji's, I probably butchered his name, mercenary guide, right? I'm smacking stuff. I'm missing, you know, some gear and stuff, but for the most part, I'm having a blast, right? So you can do that. Or if you don't want to do that, you can try to make your own build. But for that, you will need to do a lot of testing. And unfortunately, as far as I know, we don't have a program like Path of Building for Path of Exile 2. So finding somebody else's build will help you. I'm going to use my buddy, for example. I'm not going to name him. He was struggling as a warrior. He still somewhat struggles, but he's having a lot easier time. He doesn't struggle as much because he is following somebody's build, right? So doing that will help you. Because, for example, for myself, I don't think I would have went into here, you know, getting more stun build up and getting more damage, or having more accuracy rating, or even more area of effect for my grenades. You know, I need to get this. I forgot because I had to respec, you know, getting an extra grenade. Yes, having more duration, but having an extra one is massive, you know. So finding those builds can help you, you know, or having a 15% chance to activate it will help you. So following a build, probably somebody else's, will help you have easier time, not just going through the server, but also defeating some of the harder bosses. And if you're in Act 2, I definitely would recommend to have easier time is doing your Ascendancy, right? In Act 2, you have Trial of Sakamas. So do that, you know. If you're struggling, I'm pretty sure there could be people that will be down to help you. I'll be down. You can ask me in Discord, right? And you can get some good stuff. Like here, I have 3 additional skill slots. Pretty good. And then right now, this gem started for me. It is having 2 of the same support gems in different skills. Allows my grenades, my toxic grenade and my explosive grenade, just to be amazing. You know, I can have AoE on both of them and scatter, so where I get 2 extra projectiles. Just amazing, right? So in order to do that, you can do Act 2, Trial of Sakamas, and then Act 3, Trial of Corruption, you know. Trial of Corruption is a little bit harder, but it is okay if you're down to getting hit versus Sakamas, which requires honor. But that is it for this video. If you have any questions, make sure to ask them either in Discord or down in comments. Hope this helped you all. Don't forget to stay awesome. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.